All right. Welcome, everyone, to Reynolds Community College, our site in the historic East End of the city of Richmond. We are so thrilled to be welcoming all of you today. I'd like to recognize my colleagues in the VCCS for being with us today. Dr. Ted Raspiller, President of John Tyler Community College, Dr. Sharon Morrissey, Senior Vice Chancellor for Workforce and Academic Programs, and I'll be introducing our Chancellor shortly. Of course, we can't welcome anyone from the VCCS without including our beloved Professor Ghazala Hashmi, now Senator Hashmi. Welcome back home, Senator. We're so thrilled to welcome you here today. This is an important place in the history of the city of Richmond and a place where we are incredibly proud to plant our flag of educational opportunity in the East End. We're here to talk about a couple of things. One of the things we're here to talk about today is G3, and I'll say a couple of words about that because I don't want to steal anyone's thunder. This year alone, almost 3,100 persons at Reynolds Community College was enrolled in a G3 program. And what's important about that? We know that life gets in the way for too many students. Too many students enroll in a program, they're able to complete a program, they've got the capacity, the will, and the desire. But the one thing that gets in the way is the financial ability to complete that program. And so for us, G3 is such a game changer because it helps people live better lives through a better living. So without further ado, welcome again to Reynolds Community College here in the East End, the kitchens at Reynolds. I'd like to introduce the Chancellor of the Virginia Community College System, Dr. Glenn Dubois.
Thanks, Paula. It's great to see everybody not on a computer screen. I mean, this is really a treat for someone like me who spent the last 11 months working with Paula and Ted and others through Zoom. The founding chancellor, who's still alive, Dana Hamill, who is 97 years old. And Madam Speaker, you met him last year. He used to, at some point in every speech he gave, he used to say, "It's a great day to be alive in the Commonwealth." Well, it is a great day to be alive here in Richmond at Reynolds Community College. We have 23 community colleges, so we have 23 presidents, and only by coincidence, only by sheer coincidence, the very best two of our 23 presidents are here today, Ted and Paula. To our legislative leaders, thanks so much for what you have done, particularly this past 11 months in this pandemic, doing the work that needs to be done for Virginians. Governor, I've admired your leadership in this pandemic, leading from the center, not from the sidelines, and leading with science. I think it's made all the difference. Madam Speaker, Senator Hashmi, thank you for your support of G3. We were conceived as a college system 55 years ago, and I think the second most profound legislative initiative, other than our inception, is G3. It's truly going to make a difference. Megan, thank you. You're the chief architect of G3. We wouldn't be here without you. We've been working on this for 4 years. A lot of work have gone into this. And Sharon, you've been our great quarterback on our team, working with Megan and others, getting us to this point. We truly are on the threshold of greatness, and the whole nation is actually watching. So I was asked also to come here and introduce the governor. I've done this before. I kind of like to do it. But I'm kind of a stickler for tradition. I like to introduce the governor the traditional way. And it goes like this. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed my privilege and pleasure to introduce to you His Excellency, the 73rd Governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, the Honorable Ralph Northam.
Please be seated. Glenn, thank you so much for your kind and traditional introduction. And I guess maybe I've told you this before, but if you could please remind my wife of my title.
The excellency part?
Yes, especially the excellency part. I would certainly appreciate that. But thanks so much for your leadership. And, we're just so proud to be here today at a campus of Reynolds. It's great to see folks from John Tyler. Glenn, as you said, we've got 23 great community colleges across this Commonwealth. And as you all know, I hail from over on the Eastern Shore, but even back when I was in high school, which was a few years ago, we had wonderful interaction with our community college there. We have, Wallops, NASA, just the curriculum that Eastern Shore Community College has, and what that has done to the Shore's economy. But I speak on behalf of all of Virginia, and it's just so important that we continue to train not only today's but tomorrow's workforce, and that's why we're so successful in Virginia with our economy. So for your leadership over the years, I say thank you. And Paula and Ted, Sharon, thank you so much for all that you all do, and I appreciate you recognizing folks. Megan Healy, she's just been phenomenal in this G3 program, and none of this would be possible if we didn't have the support of the legislature. And so to our speaker, it's an honor to have you with us today, and we just admire your leadership, and thank you for being part of G3. Thank you also for being part of our farm to the food banks in Virginia. Just so important. But thanks, and to Senator Ghazala Hashmi, I know you have roots here in the community college system, and you've been working on these issues as well. So during such a busy time with COVID and a busy legislative session, I thank you all for your leadership and all that you've done. I don't know if there are any students here today, but wow, to be back here in this culinary center. We were here, I guess, 6, 8, 10 months. I forget, time marches on. But stepping in here today, I thought maybe we'd have some French toast, and I'll get started. When I finish, I'll get out the pots and pans, and we'll start preparing some food for all of you. But just what a wonderful opportunity this facility is to train individuals and get them into the workforce, good paying jobs, and that's really what G3 is about. It's what moving food from the farm to the food banks is about. And let's just talk a little bit about why this program is important. And go back a little bit of time. Our first case of COVID was, believe it or not, on March the 7th. We've been dealing with this for close to a year. But pre-COVID, Virginia's economy was really in a good position. Our unemployment rate, if you all can remember back, was 2.6%. It was lower than it's been in many, many years. And something that we're always proud to talk about, Glenn, is that we are the #1 state in this great country of ours in which to do business. And the reason for that is one of the reasons is because of our talented workforce. When we talk to businesses that are growing in Virginia, and also businesses that want to come to Virginia, they want to know that we have the employees and that we also can train the employees that we need. And so hearing from our businesses, the G3 program, I know it's been backed. A lot of advocacy groups out there, especially our chambers, are very excited about G3. And so what did COVID do to our economy? Well, our economy is still strong, but there are obviously a lot of businesses that have been hurt. A lot of businesses have closed. People are out of work. Megan can tell you over 1.4 million Virginians. Think about that. 1.4 million Virginians have filed for unemployment. So the best thing that we can do in Virginia in our economy is to get people trained and retrained to get back into the workforce. And you all have heard me talk about STEM before, but there are skilled positions that are in demand. Obviously, child care is important, and my wife Pam said again to tell you hi, but thanks for all that all of you are doing for early childhood education, healthcare, IT. All of these jobs are in demand, so that we need to train individuals for these positions. And Glenn and Paul, I think you hit the nail on the head. We want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to be trained or retrained, and that means that we have to reach out to those that are in lower socioeconomic groups and give them the support, not only with their tuition and books, but also wraparound expenses, which sometimes we don't think about. Things like transportation, things like child care, food. And so this G3 program is something that's, as Glenn said, we've been working on this for a number of years. Actually, time marches on, but when I ran for governor, it was a program that I promoted. So to see it come to fruition is just so important. So thanks to all of you for being involved in that. The other thing I just wanted to mention, I talked about people that are hurting because of COVID-19, and again, I really thank the legislators for your work, and a lot of our budget as we move forward is to help people recover from COVID-19. But one of those areas that sometimes we don't think about is food insecurity. And just a quick statistic, prior to COVID-19, about 9% of our population was food insecure, didn't know where their next meal would be coming from. Well, now it's over 20%. So we've got to do everything that we can to make sure that everybody has good nutrition. And so again, to our speaker and to our senator, thank you so much for making food insecurity part of our legislative package as we move forward. So we're excited about G3. G3 is get skilled, get a job, and give back. And then our From Farm to Food Banks program is also so important. So again, I'm biased, but I'm proud to be a Virginian. I do believe we live in the best state and the best country in the world, and if we continue to work together, we'll continue to take Virginia in a good direction and to the next level. So I want you also to hear this morning from Speaker Eileen Fillercorn and then Senator Hashmi. So without further ado, Speaker, just again, it's an honor to have you with us, and please join us at the podium. Thank you. Speaker of the House, Eileen Fillercorn, welcome.
Thank you so much, Governor. Thank you. Thank you so much, Governor. And I'm thrilled to be here today with you all, and such an honor. Thank you, Governor, for your leadership on both of these issues and so much more. It's an honor and privilege for me to also be here. This is the first time I've had a chance to have a tour and see this facility, and it's incredibly impressive. Look forward to the opportunity to come back again soon when we can spend more time together. It's an honor and privilege for me to be with you, Senator, again, and it's so great to see all of you involved with the community college, and Madam President, it's great to have a chance to get to know you. And great to see you, Chancellor. And of course, Megan, thank you for your leadership on G3 and so much more. You know, I believe it was the Chancellor who mentioned actually, you know, where we are right now. And obviously the Governor mentioned that as well. And I feel like, yes, we're spending a lot of our time, obviously, dealing with this pandemic and this health crisis and where we are today as a result of all this. And, you know, when I think about different opportunities that I have in my current position to make a difference and to get involved and to really, truly impact Virginians, you know, these two programs, the reason why we're here today, obviously, just rose on the list of top priorities of things that we can do right now to make a difference, to improve the lives of Virginians, and so many Virginians that are hurting in so many different ways. So as you mentioned, it's we're used to just seeing each other on little squares on the computer, and to have an opportunity to be together in person like this. And we know, thanks to the Governor's leadership as the only governor doctor in the country, you know, we know, and you know, we're moving forward, and we're going to be able to come out of this better and even stronger. And soon thanks to the vaccinations and your efforts, Governor, I know we'll be able to be meeting in person again and really impacting Virginians face to face. But it's truly inspirational, though, when you see what you were able to accomplish and what we all are doing together to help everybody come out from, where we currently are. I think of, I think of the G3 program, and, I think of when we were first together, Governor, and I believe the first time I was there with you, promoting your G3 program. We were at the Northern Virginia Community College, and I remember standing there and just thinking, wow, what an amazing program, and just thinking about what this program can do and the lives that it was going to impact and change. And as you said, President Pandeo, it's just truly, inspirational. And again, that was all pre-COVID-19. So just imagine, just think about how important it was before and how much even more important it is today. And that's why I'm so, proud to be here. I think of both of these programs as, legislative actions that already have, but will have tangible, positive impacts on the lives of so many Virginians, starting immediately, effective immediately. And, especially as we move beyond COVID-19. So get skilled, get a job, give back. And as you heard the governor say, G3, it's a retraining or training program. And, it provides the skills to individuals to make sure that they can get a job, get involved in the community while also giving back, which is so important. And again, this was something that meant so much to me before, and I know to so many of us, and, it's leadership in the House and Senate, because we're always talking about making sure that we can give back to the community. And again, now, given where we are, it's even more important. So this is a tuition-free community college program for low and middle income individuals. It'll help Virginians get their start in various careers, and or also help those individuals that are looking for a career change, which again, now is even more important, more prevalent. And it's in key industries, right? And you heard the governor mention that as well. You're talking about information technology, childcare, skilled trades, early childhood, so many. So data shows that on the average, participants in these high demand degree programs increase their wages by 60% upon the completion of this program. 60%, which is huge, and as I said, life-changing. Now more than ever, retraining is critical for so many Virginians. We need to get everybody, all Virginians, back to work and back to an even stronger Virginia than we had before. The legislation that was passed by the House and Senate will make this crucial program permanent here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And it's a key program that follows our efforts to, as we've been working with the Senate, with the governor, to rebuild our economy post-COVID even stronger. The Virginia Agriculture Food Assistance, as the governor also alluded to, the other bill, top priority as well, will pay Virginia farmers for agriculture products that'll be supplied to charitable organizations, helping to feed Virginians that are most in need. And you heard the governor. Those numbers are staggering, Governor. 9%, now up to 20%. So if there was ever a doubt that this bill was needed and necessary, I think we know now how important it is. It puts money in the hands of our farmers and food products that will help us meet the immediate needs of so many Virginians, especially struggling now during these tough economic times. So more Virginians than ever are facing food insecurity and need this assistance. And because of the economic efforts, this bill will change lives immediately and help put food on the table of so many struggling. So I'm incredibly proud of the work that the House and the Senate has done with the governor's leadership to make sure that we are able to pass these programs, to pass this legislation that will impact so many Virginians. And so at this time, I just wanted to thank you all for the opportunity to be here. Thank you for letting me share. Governor, thank you for your leadership, and I would love to turn it over to my colleague in the Senate, Senator Hashmi.
Good morning. And thank you so much to Governor Northam for inviting us all to be here on this very special occasion. Thank you, Chancellor, for being here. And thank you to our presidents, President Pando and President Raspieler. It's such a pleasure for me to speak about our legislation to establish the G3 program, and I'm honored to be here to represent our Senate Majority Leader, Senator Saslaw, who was the patron for this program on the Senate side. Get skilled, get a job, give back. And it's especially a distinct honor for me to be here because I've been part of the Reynolds family. I've been part of the VCCS family for nearly 2 decades, and I saw the program at its inception, Governor, as you began to talk about it. I was so excited to see the opportunities that we had to encourage and support our community college students. And then I saw it in the middle phase in Northern Virginia Community College when I was able to join so many of our other legislators as we launched the program. And now to see it come to fruition is especially exciting. So as I mentioned, when the governor first announced the G3, I was myself a member of the J. Sargent Reynolds Community College family, and I'd spent almost 18 years working with students whose hard work and dreams were often curtailed only by the challenges that economic insecurity and life itself presented. And throughout my years at Reynolds Community College, we spent so much time researching and assessing and analyzing why so many of our students were not succeeding. And time again, we came back to the same conclusions that financial and family concerns stood in the way of student success. My most gratifying teaching experiences have occurred right here at the Reynolds Community College and within the VCCS system. I met some of the most incredible, interesting, engaged, and hard-working students. But they worked long hours, they took care of their children or elderly family members, they engaged in volunteer service, and they still found time to come to class to prepare their assignments and make progress. Sometimes it was just 1 or 2 classes at a semester. So the G3 grants are transformative, and Governor, thank you for understanding that academic success is oftentimes not predicated on academic or intellectual ability, but on clearing the pathway of the obstacles that stand in front of our students. So the G3 program helps to clear some of these barriers, providing support not just for tuition, but for all those other circumstances in life that create challenges. Helping our students go full-time if they want to, assisting them in getting credentialed in a shorter period of time, and then securing jobs in which they can continue to grow and enhance their skills and talents is truly transformative. So the G3 program helps the Commonwealth to address its gaps in workforce needs. It helps individuals succeed in academics, careers, and life itself. And this impact will be a ripple effect, I'm sure of it. Educational opportunities transform not just one life, but as we know, the life of a family and ultimately the community itself. So I'm so proud that we've been able to pass the G3 program through our legislative efforts this year. And as the governor has mentioned, and as the speaker has mentioned, concurrent with this is the other very important piece of legislation that establishes the Virginia Agriculture Food Assistance Program, bringing the necessary financial support to our farming community and our agricultural community so that they can bring the food products to our charitable organizations and help feed hungry Virginians throughout the Commonwealth. This is such a critical piece of all of our work, and I'm delighted that both of these essential programs are passing through our legislation with almost near unanimous support. Thank you so much for everybody's efforts on this effort. Thank you.